Good afternoon. I have Margareta with the World Economic Forum here this afternoon. I'm Sita Sonty with the Public Affairs section at the Embassy in Zagreb. Margareta, thank you for your very critical assessment of the region. As you know, as many people have told you, we're looking for some real critique to come out as a result of the round forum so that we can give successful models to our participants. A couple of questions that came in from the Zagreb School of Economics and Management. In one period, the flat rate was popular as a taxation system in Croatia and in other countries in the region. How did some countries with a flat rate actually perform on a competitiveness scale?
Well, the flat rate taxation system is just one out of many aspects. In general, it's favorable to reducing intervention in the tax system, to reducing corruption with respect to taxation. So it's something that we would view as favorable because it's a very transparent tax rate, it's a very transparent system. But of course, in terms of overall competitiveness, it's just one of the aspects that needs to be taken into account, and the effect on the overall ranking is going to be very small.
That's very good to know. Can you predict, as a consequence either of the choice of a taxation system or other tools, which country do you think will actually serve as a key force in stabilizing the regional economy? Is it actually dependent on their taxation systems or the public administration of their taxation systems, as you said, or is it dependent on other factors?
I think in terms of stabilizing the region economy, the region economically, it's hard to say. I mean, the leading role right now it's clearly in Slovenia because it's the only country that has joined the European Union. It's a country that has most advantage, that has most experience with adopting the acquis communautaire, and with going through the process that the countries are probably going to go through over the next years, at least some of them. So I would see, I would see a leading role in Slovenia right now, because it's the country with the most experience, with most advanced economic policy. You can most easily tap into the experience of the European Union as well, because it's a member of the Croatians as well.
Well, what some people are saying is that Croatia, in particular, has had access to many of the institutions as a part of its accession process. So some were actually saying that in the last 2 years in particular, Croatia could have done better in terms of GDP recovery and economic growth. Do you agree with that assessment, which has actually come from our members of AmCham in Croatia? Or do you think that actually the EU accession process has not really granted Croatia some of the economic benefits that perhaps Slovenia may have had?
Yeah, I think as the more advanced the countries are in the still we call it transition process, right? In the process towards the market economy and the reform process in general, the less are going to be the direct benefits that are going to get from EU accession, because the closer they move. So as we have seen, according to our data, many of the countries, Croatia including, are actually very, very close to EU levels in terms of competitiveness already. So there are no huge benefits to be expected from EU accession in terms of improving competitiveness. And when we speak about improving competitiveness, we speak obviously about GDP performance as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your commentary today.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best for the rest of the forum.
Thank you.